All right, Joel, as you just heard, Jimmy G threw 2 picks. RC, is it time for the Niners to move on from him?
Yeah, I mean, I think it signified it was time to move on from him when you traded up to get the number 3 overall pick and you take Trey Lance. The scary thing is, why haven't they moved on from him? And now you have to think about the streak that the San Francisco 49ers are on, or actually the record of this team with Jimmy G as its starting quarterback. So much would say that he's at least good enough to get you to a certain point. But you went and got Trey Lance because you thought you needed to be elevated. You thought you needed to take a step up from a talent perspective at the position. So my thing is this: when you have a night like last night where Jimmy G throws 2 interceptions, where he misses Brandon Ayuk when Ayuk is kind of sitting down on 4th down and he throws the ball out in front of him, do you look at that game and say, you know what, Jimmy G isn't enough? We did go get Trey Lance for a reason, and now we're going to start working him in. Think about early on in the season when Trey Lance had a package of football plays for each game where he might come in the red zone or he might get a couple of plays throughout a series. That's gone out of the window. So either Kyle Shanahan and the San Francisco 49ers have seen something in Trey Lance that says he can't take the starting position, or they just believe that Jimmy G gives them the best option to win. And if that is true, then that's a sad place to be for the San Francisco 49ers and their organization.
And RC, maybe it's both, right? Because I think about this. You might say Jimmy G gives you the best chance to win, and also Trey Lance isn't ready. The issue is this: if Jimmy G gives you the best chance to win, and we saw what we saw last night, then the San Francisco 49ers aren't going to win. You talk about some of the misses, the interception in the first quarter, in the end zone, not even the red zone, in the end zone. Janoris Jenkins sat down on the route and got the pick. There was a play in the second quarter where interception was dropped. You saw the miss to Kyle Juszczyk, the miss you mentioned to Brandon Ayuk in the fourth quarter. We saw the third quarter interception. If I'm a player on the San Francisco 49ers, I get it. It's a team game. We all have to step up. All those things matter. But if I'm a coach, if I'm a scout, if I'm a fan, I'm blaming that loss on Jimmy G. You can't throw those interceptions. And obviously, if you're a statistician, you'll probably do the same thing. This team is 7-0, undefeated when Jimmy G. I mean, yeah, you have to, right? You're looking at the stats. I'm a statistician. Boom, boom. 7-0 when he doesn't turn it over. 1-6 when he does. And that first, it could have been 21-0. It could have been 21-0, and all of a sudden it's 10-0. All of a sudden it's tied. All of a sudden you have a good drive in the fourth quarter to give people a little bit of hope, but when it matters, you're taking sacks. You're missing wide open receivers. You're not giving your team a chance to win. And so, yes, it could be a little bit of Jimmy G is maybe your best option, maybe put it that way, but also Trey Lance may not be ready. I'm of the position where I would love to trust the people in the building. So the people who see Trey Lance every day, the coaches, I want to trust them. If they don't think Trey Lance is ready, maybe he's not. But at the end of the day, Jimmy G is not going to give you a chance to win a Super Bowl.
The question you have to start asking, and a question I've been asking myself, was I was looking at Mac Jones's talent coming out of Alabama and saying, you know what, I don't believe that he's worth the number 3 overall pick. But when you look at what Mac Jones has been able to do above the neck, some of the things that he can do pre-snap, and also the anticipation and decision-making, getting the football out of his hands. If Mac Jones was a San Francisco 49er, would Jimmy G still be the starter? And if Mac Jones was a San Francisco 49er, would this team be better than it is with Jimmy G? I think the answer to that is yes, Mac Jones would be the starter. I think the answer to that is also yes, Mac Jones and the San Francisco 49ers would be better. And so the San Francisco 49ers have to think to themselves, maybe I made a mistake. Maybe this is for the long run and Trey Lance will be there. But for this year, when you have a guy like Deebo Samuel playing out of his mind, George Kittle the last few weeks being the best tight end in ball, and finding ways defensively, even with patchwork at the cornerback position, to produce stops, and you can't win games because your quarterback position, which you knew was an issue, is still an issue that has to bother the GM, John Lynch, and especially the head coach, Kyle Shanahan, who, from what I hear, didn't necessarily want the guy he ended up getting.
But he's got the guy. So he's got Trey Lance and he's got Jimmy G. We don't think that Jimmy G is the future from what it sounds like. Obviously, Mac Jones ain't going to San Francisco anytime soon. So my thing is this: what do you do next? Like, what's step 2? If San Francisco, yes, the season's still on. Yes, they're still in the playoff hunt. But if San Francisco doesn't get it together, what do you do next? My thing is, I think the next play has to be a guy like Aaron Rodgers, right? Like, what do you do in the offseason? Try and trade for a guy like Aaron Rodgers. Obviously, we're posturing right now. We're having conversations. They're still, say it again?
I said, so you think
There's
Trey
still
Lance and
games
picks for Aaron Rodgers?
I don't know I don't know how you'd have to do it. There are picks in the future, 23, 24. I don't know what it would take, right? The Green Bay might say, okay, we need some of your future draft picks. But at the end of the day, San Francisco thinks they have a roster to win. And I think they do too. I think offensively, you talk about Deebo Samuel's a monster, right? Brandon Ayuk is a beast.
Yeah.
You know, you talk about their defense, Nick Bosa, talk about Eric Armstead, and then even better yet, they have the defensive minds, Fred Warner, right? But they have the defensive minds to help lead this team to a championship. And then to see interception after interception, you have to think what would be next. I would say
back in the Bay
Aaron
Area.
Rodgers.
Okay.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN Plus.